Hello everybody and welcome to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 livestream. My name is Erik. I am part of the community team here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to be your host for the next hour or so as we dive into the campaign mode of Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, if you caught our last stream, you will know that we made it through Arizona and we made it through Washington State. And so we are now up to the third level in the campaign, which is the Pennsylvania airport, if I'm not mistaken, where we will be doing our best to contain and capture as many dinosaurs and keeping them safe and keeping ourselves safe as well as we play for the next hour or so. And I see there's already a lot of people joining us over here in the chat. We've got Mike the Mank, we've got Jessica Castro, Spilly999, Heather G is here, of course. Great big shout out to the lovely mods doing amazing work out there. Red X over on YouTube. We've got Bongo Baggins in chat, and it is quite lovely to see everyone here. Now, I personally can't wait. Yeah, that's the phrase. Can't wait to get stuck into some more campaign mode gameplay. But first, I am going to introduce my guest for today. You know him as the game director of Jurassic World Evolution 2. His name.
Hey Jens, how you doing? I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's so formal. I'm your guest. It's like, thank you for bringing me to your home. Yeah, we're just in different parts of the office, I suppose. But yeah, maybe it's probably not healthy. I'm good. I'm at that point where it's that point of the year where it's quite dark all the time, and I'm feeling a bit lethargic every day, and it's getting a bit harder these days. But I'm looking forward to the holiday season and the new year, and getting back up to summertime. It's always nice. So yeah.
There we go. Now people can hear me. There we go. Sorry about that. Bit of a technical difficulty. Now people should be able to hear me. But yeah, you heard Rich's.
Did you do that entire intro muted?
I did the first intro, no, unmuted. Then I switched over to the two of us, and I was muted for some reason. But now everyone should be able to hear me.
Good.
A bit of a snafu. It happens. We got over it. Amazing. So, yeah, why don't you quickly introduce yourself? You're the game director. What does that mean?
So I'm the visionary for the project. I'm the kind of the guy at the top that kind of has sign off on everything that we do with the game. I work with the team about all the features, the content that we've been putting in the game, and then I work with the wider team at Frontier and the execs about what's going to be in the game, basically. So I'm the boss man. As Adam, my executive producer, calls me the boss man. Yeah. It's because we have another Rich, and we needed on the production team. We needed a way to define the two of us. Yeah. So I was boss man Rich.
So boss man Rich and other Rich.
But, yeah. Yeah. A good Rich, because he's good at his job. So yeah. So yes, I'm in charge of everything basically.
That's cool. And then Adam is in charge of getting everything lined up in time. If I'm not
so
mistaken.
the kind of the synergy, the symbiosis between us is that I'm the one that decides what the game should be, and Adam is the one that makes it happen. So He works with the leads of scheduling and kind of whether the things that I think should be in the game or what we should be doing are actually feasible with the time, the people, and the logistics and all that stuff. So we then work together on where the line should be for compromise, what other things do, and I work, myself and the team are the ones that kind of come up with all the different ideas and stuff, but I'm the one that's like the driving force for everything and defining the kind of overall priority of things as well. So that's where we work as a pair and we make things happen.
Yeah, and like you're the oh god, I had a phrase for it and it just slipped out of my head and it's gone now. But yeah, you're sort of a dynamic duo, as it were, of the dev team. So what's it been like since launch? The game's been out for about 2.5 weeks now. Are you still sort of riding the launch high, as it were, or?
I definitely had the launch high for like a week, and then I had a week off. I kind of I've started to take my holiday now, because for most of the year it's been quite difficult for me to find nice places to do my holiday. So I've had a few days off, trying to catch up of just my brain and just kind of getting back into a place, like just bringing my baseline down, because making a game is really hard and stressful, and trying to get to the end and get it out and ready for you guys to get your hands on it. And with launch day, so since then I've been taking it a bit easier and trying to get, but it's that time of the year where it's just the sun's not out anymore, but I'm like tired all the time, but I'm not sure if that's because of the project itself or the time of year. But yeah, it's been good. I've just been taking it a bit easier, basically.
See,
so watching everyone's comments and feedback of the game as well, which has been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I see several people over on YouTube chat saying, I'm getting this game for Christmas, love this game, love the mechanics, the graphics, etc., etc. Bryce says, Christmas, I'm getting this. So yeah, there's some excitement out there.
That's what I thought to say, that people are going to open it. Oh, back in my day when I was opening up the game on Christmas morning and being like, yeah, I'm going to put it in the console and play. But I think people now get things digitally, so you kind of feel like, I'm just going to click the button and then I'm going to play, and that's still amazing. Like, there's so many different ways now you can get games.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you gotten much time to play, or is it like when you're the game director, you're just sort of inundated in it? So
it's slightly what's the word? Not contradictory, but it's like I bathe in everything about the game, but also sometimes I don't have as much time to just sit and play the game as much as I want to or should. But on like the last few weeks, it's been kind of, obviously since launch, it's been going to kind of spend just long periods of time with things like challenge mode and sandbox mode, just kind of really pushing myself to see if I can actually be any good at the Jurassic difficulty challenge levels, which historically I've never been very good at. So I've been trying to get into some of those longer playthrough sessions in my downtime as well, which it's trying to get that balance right. I don't now I'm not at work, but I enjoy the game so much that even when I'm at home, I've been playing it with my son, and it's just been like, it's been so amazing. So, yeah.
That sounds so great. I mean, playing this with a kid who's into dinosaurs seems like the best way to experience it.
Yeah, he just loves everything about it. I think it seems to be this natural thing that every kid gets taught about dinosaurs. So as a 5-year-old, he's loving everything. He loves every hatchery exit we do. He's been drawing new enclosures for me. So I came home from work the other day and he drew me a picture of all these different enclosures and hatcheries and dinosaurs in it, and he was like going through what he designed for his level was going to be. It was really cute and heartwarming to come home to that. But yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, so you've got a little game designer running around at home. It seems.
Yeah, kind of support his ideas, but like, no, we don't have time to do that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, we're going to jump into the campaign, into the third level, the Pennsylvania map. So if you haven't played the campaign, it is a sort of Pan-American adventure where you're helping to lead the efforts of the Department of Fish and Wildlife alongside characters like Cabot Finch, Claire Deering, and Owen Grady, and you'll be capturing and containing dinosaurs across the United States to help house them, because quick spoiler warning, there's some stuff that happened at the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that made a lot of dinosaurs just suddenly be out in the wild in the US. So we're going to quickly jump into that. I'm going to click this button, and then I'm going to click this button.
This button. So many buttons.
And we're right there. It's great.
There we go.
Love it. I love it when technology works.
Yeah, this is this lie that it looks like Jens and I are together, but we're not. We're in different parts of this office.
Yeah.
So I've ruined the illusion. I love this level because visually it's so unique. It's one of our temperate environments, but the amazing team that the environment team have done on bringing that kind of autumnal fall feel to this level was a key thing that we wanted to get across, of giving it that different feeling. All these colourful trees and the reds and the oranges and the yellows. It's a beautiful visual. So it's one that one of the campaign levels that I really enjoy playing it.
It is an absolutely gorgeous map. Dark Evil suggests that you should try to give me a hug. I think you could try to sort of reach your arms around me if you tried.
I don't want to ruin the illusion. I don't want to ruin the magic. We're bringing dinosaurs to life. Jens and I are sat next to each other, even though we're 2 floors apart. It's all magic.
Yeah. Please let me know if our audio and the game's audio seems fine. We can adjust it a bit on the fly as well. Oh, but yeah, like this map is just absolutely gorgeous. I really love all the colors, the environments and everything, and just like, yeah, I think it's a really, really, really gorgeous map.
Yeah, this level's all about the DFW have to Arizona and Washington State are like, hey, maybe we need something more kind of concrete and less ad hoc and reacting to the situation. So we're going to build our own center to kind of house and collect all these dinosaurs that have been dealing with and especially in the level before. So you bring across some of those carnivores that you captured in the Washington area. So like, hey, we need to formalize what we're doing. Otherwise, we're going to be a bit. This is now a real problem that we're going to have to kind of adapt to. So we better build something to deal with that. Yeah. I'm loving your rectangular.
Thank you very much. I mean,
basic.
I feel like this is sort of the DFW way of building, because I guess in my head I'm thinking government agency, they're very function over form, so
yes.
Square enclosures and just everything sort of just make it the way it should just work, and then just go with what we have. So
it's also how I build most of my it's historically I make the worst looking parks on the team. Right. I know that Jim, the lead designer, just cannot fathom as to why my stuff always looks so unpretty. I'm just like, I'm just gonna build some fences. Like, look, I think as long as I have enough space for the dinosaur to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about curved corners.
Yeah.
Which is art directors.
Dexosaurus says that the trees in this map are absolutely gorgeous. I agree, like the color, and especially the way you can see the airport in the background here. So now, sorry, go on.
No, I was saying because obviously if you're working for a government agency, you're going to need that access to a transport route really quickly. So the DFW, we chose that kind of environment background to help bed in the fact that this is, as you said, Jens, it's a government agency to kind of need to take care of these dinosaurs, but also we need to transport things in and out of this area at some points. Yeah.
And as Heather G points out, the autumn colors are perfect because it is autumn right now. So this is very, very perfect for the time that we're living in. And as you can see in the lower right corner, we've got some captured Carnotaurus coming in. And I remember from the last level that they need water, they need prey, and they need sand. And so I'm just getting this stuff ready for them, basically, until they arrive. And here they should be. So this should be the Carnotauruses from the last level that I captured in the poacher camp.
Yes.
And here they come. So, also, I'm forgetting that I need to put a ranger post within my enclosure and a gate. So my rangers, they are over here, can scan them. Here we go. So, Rich, as I always like to ask whenever I have people on stream with me, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I'm laughing because I've worked on Jurassic World Evolution 1, I worked on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I've been asked that so many times. So I laugh because, it's fine for you to ask me. For me, it's the Triceratops. And if you want to hear the story, if you've not heard it before, for me, it's because of the Jurassic Park movie, because it's that first dinosaur that you see that was kind of brought to life, that was like living and breathing, and because it was sick when Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler go over to it. Yeah, it felt real, and it kind of moved dinosaurs from I think I'd seen in a textbook or watching Land Before Time or things like that, where it's just a cartoon. But like in Jurassic Park, it was a real dinosaur. It was like alive. So since then, I've kind of always had the affection for the Triceratops as a dinosaur, because it was real. It was the first time I'd ever really made that time, like 65 million years ago, so long ago. Yeah, it's hard to imagine something being real, but that's what Steven Spielberg did with Jurassic Park, and that's why it's always been my favorite since. Yeah. All right, they needed a bit more space. I'm just gonna give them a slightly bigger enclosure here, and then they should hopefully be perfectly happy. There's some sand. Let's just give you a bit more sand. As ominous last words for any Jurassic Park managers. This should be perfectly. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. Until it goes wrong. Dark Killer says it's either you're both way too close to each other or it's post-production. It's post-production. As you can see,
My hand is very close to Rich's face, but
also the fact that I'm yellow, my skin is like yellow, and you have this like I definitely look like I'm like jaundice or something. It's the different lighting setups between the two different rooms.
Don't worry about it. You look fine, Rich.
I am fine. Don't worry about me, everyone.
Yeah, Rich is not jaundiced, by the way. Just the lighting is a bit off. All right, so we've got, speaking of the last level, we've got our Allosaurus coming in as well. So right now, I'm forgetting what specifically what she'll need, but we'll figure that out once she actually gets here.
Always need water in a carnivore feeder.
Yes.
If it's a carnivore, so whether it's a live bait one or the standard one, you need to. Those are the two that you're definitely going to need, and then from that gives you a certain level of comfort. It'll give you that time to make sure they've got the right environmental things in there as well.
I try to always make sure that they have food and water, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And then I can take the rest as things go, basically.
Yeah, especially because your fence is not as high as their security rating. So if they're not happy, they are going to escape. So until that point, you've got that fence required. Until you've got the fencing in that is as high as their security rating, and they'll stay inside regardless. So yeah,
keep them happy, and they should not bother you that much. But who knows what might happen in this level. As Dark Evil points out, Allosaurus loves forests and goats. So we've got a bit of forest here, and we'll add a bit more in as this Allosaurus comes flying, basically. All right, let's see while we wait if there's some questions from the chat. Heather suggesting I try to smack you in the face. I did try to touch him briefly.
Whoa, guys!
There's a lot of sort of animosity going around. I feel.
Why are we testing this with violence? Why don't we like? Nice.
Oh yeah, and Brody over on YouTube has a very good gameplay tip. Press R to automatically go to the ranger station, and it's a good idea to try to look through some of the key bindings in the game and learn some of the shortcuts, because in case disaster strikes and you need to quickly find a place where you need to go, then just hitting R will bring up your response facility. And I think it's should be the bumpers on consoles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's R and T do the response facility in the paleomedical facility, if you have one in your level, and then bumpers will do it on the pad. And the F keys are always really useful for quickly getting to things like your park management screens and things like that as well. So there's and they can be customized as well. So if you don't want to use R and T, if you want you find something else useful, if you have your custom keyboard setup, so things like that, we allow you to customize the keyboard bindings as well. So
yep, as pointed out, they need a bit of forest. It's doing pretty well though, so I'm just gonna add
tiny bit more.
some. There we go, and that should put it well into a comfortable status. It's still gonna attack my rangers though.
I mean, it's up in its grill, Jens.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and rangers just go bye. We're gonna go all the way back, but they've covered for everything. Nice open area. They've got water, they've got food, they've got open space, and they've got some forest coverage. So let's get a facility in here so people can watch this Allosaurus, and we should be on our way. So there's a lot of, I mean, because you're building government facilities for, not just containment, but also for observation. So we've got operatives coming in, looking at these dinosaurs, making sure that they're safe and comfortable, and both being kept away from each other and kept away from us humans, because as we saw in the previous level, there's some poaching happening, which is not good.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to make sure the dinosaurs are okay. So it's your ranger teams going over, but also making sure your operatives can see them as well. So, or contributes to your facility rating or your park rating, depending on which mode you're in. So it's a mechanic that is universal across the different game modes. The campaign mode is less about building those Jurassic parks, those Jurassic worlds, those tourist attractions. It's more about building a facility for operatives to observe how your dinosaurs are getting on.
Yep. So now that we've got our basics set, our basic facility up and running. We need to add some more stuff. So the Science Center, the Staff Center, the Paleo Medical Facility, and the Paleo Medical Facility, which appeared in the previous level. That's where your dinosaurs will go for medical treatment. That's also where we get our MVU from. And then Science Center and the... why don't you quickly run down what the Science Center does, Rich?
The Science Center is where you do all of your mad science of building dinosaurs. No, it's where you...
Is it that mad, though?
It's just... I love things like unnatural science. It's just a lovely phrase. So this is where you do your fossils and your research. You do your fossils. This is where you extract your fossils. So the finds that you've got from any dig sites that you've been doing. So if you're in a mode that allows you to perform digs, so you're going to be going to the different parts of the world to dig out your dinosaur fossils. That's the Science Center is the building that you use to extract that vital dinosaur DNA out of. It's also the building that you use to go through the research system as well. So in each level we have different tech trees and different things for you to unlock and research. So that's where you do all of that. So you need those buildings in your level before you can do some of those things.
Yeah. Question in chat here from Zaxar Fomin. I wanted to ask how to make all buildings in Sandbox. So if you're playing on PC, then you can have mixed eras in Sandbox, if that's what you're referring to. As for unlocking stuff, well, playing through the campaign, playing through Chaos Theory, and playing through Challenge will let you unlock more stuff to use in Sandbox mode.
Yeah, as you research some of the buildings and some of the dinosaurs in your tech trees, that's how you get the max access to them in the Sandbox mode as well. So, as you're playing the other modes, you'll naturally unlock those things as you're progressing through the different stories of campaign mode or Chaos Theory. Trying to create lots of dinosaurs for challenge mode will get you lots of different dinosaurs as well. And then in Sandbox mode, you'll have all that stuff available for you to put down in your Sandbox levels.
Yes. All right, we're just about done. We just need to get this expedition center up and running, which means once we have that, we can start flying out into parts of the United States and get some new dinosaurs for our facility here.
Yeah, you get those distress calls like, hey guys, there's an ankylosaur in my lawn. Oh, yeah, we better go get that.
Yeah, we've got some brachiosauruses over in. I think there's some. I think in one of the levels there are brachios over in Scranton, which led to a lot of Office references on Reddit, at least. I laughed a bit when I saw it as well because I thought, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't remember how the design team came up with all the different locations. A lot of them are based on things that we know from the franchise, so we try and have that authenticity of using areas and things that you've seen in the movie. Obviously, we don't see much footage of dinosaurs out in the wild at the end of Fallen Kingdom, but where we can, we've got them in. So I think there's one in Las Vegas, like you see at the end of Fallen Kingdom, and we've maybe had a bit of fun with some locations as well. But yeah, we've got a dangerous dinosaur in St. Louis.
2 injuries have been reported, and we need to send a live capture expedition. And if you want to, you can immediately go to the incident alert, which is what we're going to do, or you can just go, I'll do it later. I'll continue doing some stuff over here. But let's see. So let's capture 2 of these ankylosauruses. I'm going to send my scientist named Newlin, and because she has an excess skill point, the duration will be 10% shorter, so we're cutting off a bit of time. And as we wait, we should get ready for for these dinosaurs to come in. So I'm just going to start building a new enclosure, is what I'm going to do. And I also need to make sure that I can fit a viewing gallery somewhere around here, and I also need to make sure that it has a gate so my ranger team can drive in.
Good planning, that is. You want to paint yourself into a corner and be like, I can't get the viewing gallery in.
Yeah.
But the ankylosaurs here, what am I going to do? Like, you want to make sure that you're ready beforehand.
I've been playing some of the Jurassic Park Chaos Theory mode level, and I'm starting to bump into some places now where I have literally painted myself into a corner where I'm just like, can I move this? just a little bit, and then this a little bit, so I can put a path in here, so people can walk around. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Oh, and here they are. So I was able to build fences. That's what I was able to do before these ankylosaurus came in. But
you'll get a minute or two whilst they're flying in to finish off what you're doing anyway.
Yes.
So you'll be fine then.
Yes, absolutely. So, but I think, I mean, these fences are still building, but as Rich pointed out, we have some time. So fingers crossed.
And even if there's no fences, they're not going to make a run for it straight away. They're going to take a bit of time to assess where they've landed and what they need. So things like putting your water down will distract them because they're going to need water. As it's a basic need. They always need food and water. So
yeah, absolutely.
Fine.
And as you can see, when these fences are blue, that means that they are being built. Important thing to remember when you're upgrading your fences, when you're doing your already existing fences and you're trying to upgrade them, the old fences will go away, which means that if you try to upgrade them, your dinosaurs will be able to run straight through fences that are no longer there. So keep that keep that in mind when you're playing this game. And let's put down another ranger post here. Hit our R button to get over to the response facility.
Don't forget your key.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Just assign them there, and then here's the gate. And I believe, I think they mentioned something about I need to do a medical scan on these girls as well. So let's just do that right away and see how they're doing. Alrighty. Oh, another thing that I know that some people are wondering about, some of the pre-order skins for the capture teams and the ranger teams and the MVUs. These are only usable in sandbox mode and challenge mode. And to change the skins, you just need to go to the corresponding facility that the vehicle comes from. So for ranger teams and capture teams, it's the response facility. You click the button up here, and then you can, in challenge mode and sandbox mode, be able to change the skin. Simple. All right, let's see. No, I cannot medicate the ankylosauruses yet, so I need to have them.
The cure for Cryptosporidium, it's the one in the corner that's flashing, I think.
Yes, there we go.
Cryptosporidium. When we had this
Cryptosporidiosis. Is that correct?
Thanks, science. It is. Thanks, science.
All right, so both of my scientists are busy doing their thing, and let's see, where's my ranger team? Ah, there they are.
It's because you got them on a queue. They're doing the other two posts and then come to this one.
That's fine. That's fine. They'll be okay. I think they're doing all right for now. Whoop, no, they're not. They need ground leaf and ground fruit. So let us quickly change that. So a bit of ground leaf. And so what I'm trying to do, I mean, they will eventually fill out their entire territory to fit their enclosure, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I can start to paint in the territory that they've already put down, or I can start sort of painting on the sides here if I want to. So I'm going to do a bit of both, put down some ground leaf, and then I need to find the ground fruit as well.
So they will kind of naturally fill out that space, as you say, but also if something is outside of their territory that they need, they will gravitate towards that as well. So if you put that ground fruit in a corner and their territory is not growing in size anymore, and they need it, then they'll move towards it as well. So their territory will dynamically update depending on the things that you've got in their enclosures and the things that they need for their comfort.
Yeah, so you can sort of adjust how their territory will expand based on what you put in the enclosure.
Yeah, I find if I have different species that are cohabiting, but they need slightly different paleobotany things, that I'll put like the ground fruit in one corner and the ground leaf in the other, and then they'll be sharing it maybe in the middle, but they'll have their own little areas for the paleobotany plants.
All right, I'm also going to check out.
You're going to hire someone?
I did hire someone already. I'm going to check out some other potential scientists. I tend to go for the generalists myself. I know I've seen some tips threads on Reddit of people saying, don't go for the generalists, only go for the people with other traits.
You saw that and went, no, I am a contrarian. I'm going to do exactly the opposite.
No, but I feel like I like the phrase, I like the sentence, increases all skills by 1. I think that's why I tend to go for them. But also, like, all of these are pretty good, especially altruistic salary, which helps you save a bit of money.
I always go for that one because I always paint myself into a corner financially by going, cool, yeah, I'm going to hire 4 scientists.
Yeah.
And then in about 20 minutes time, I've barely used them and I have no money.
Yeah.
So if I have altruistic salary, it gives me like an extra 2 minutes to realize that I'm paying a lot of people to do nothing.
I also like the positive influence people because it decreases task time, just, you know, to get stuff done, really.
It's just a nice thing. It's just nice to have someone that's positive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Dylan's going to keep everyone happy. He tells you the occasional joke. You know, he's good for puns. You see that I had a lot of fun thinking of stuff for the bios.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you know, loves the pub quiz.
Yeah. I also, someone on Reddit also found someone named, Timothy Murphy, which I think is the kid from Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah, the random name generator. We have a big pool of first and surnames for all the different scientists. So there is occasionally something that will happen. My favorite one was the Henry Wu one, but it wasn't.
WOO.
Yeah, it was. I was like, and I checked the code. I was like, oh yeah, no, it did. Look at that, because you can rename them yourself. So I wasn't sure if it was like someone was funny and like renamed it and made a nice little joke about it. But I was like, no, this would actually happen.
Yeah,
it happened naturally. That would maybe like, because we've not seen that before in the office. We have like a lot of the dev team are in there as well, so it's always nice to see a scientist that's named after someone on the dev team. It's always it's just nice. I think you've got a Newland who's the UI developer lead, Josh. Yeah. So it's always good when we see like, oh yeah, she's the same.
I think I did see someone with your last name at some point as well. Yeah, I did see a blank Newbold. So
good old blank Newbold. He's my third child.
I was going to say, Zaxar, you can have mixed errors on PC and next-gen consoles, PC and Xbox Series X and S, and on PlayStation 5. If you're on PS4, then you'll have to choose your errors as you are playing or starting up sandbox mode. So, we managed to completely control the disease outbreak. Wonderful. Our dinosaurs are doing well.
Just the 2 of them. You managed to get on top of it before it spread to the carnivores.
Yes.
Was good.
Probably a good idea, yeah. And now we just need to start getting that asset rating up. And how do we do that, Rich?
So you've got the Expedition Center. So you've got all those people throughout America that have now got brachiosaurs in their parks.
Yeah, in their backyards.
In their backyards, drinking from the pool. So bringing those in, the DFW sees them as assets because they're a government agency. They don't see these things as amazing animals. They might see them as kind of assets. Cabot definitely does, because Cabot is just, he's all about the money and numbers. So it's about bringing in more of those dinosaurs into your parks, into your facility, and increasing the asset rating. Kind of, you're building up the DFW's knowledge and awareness of dinosaurs, and building this center in Pennsylvania to be something bigger. So
here's the Brachiosaurus near Scranton that I mentioned earlier.
He's just like having to go to Dwight, who's at the top, on the top of the, he's on the roof. He's just like, Dwight, it's a Brachiosaur. No, Dwight.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. We got the Brachiosaurus near Scranton, 2 Chasmosaurus near Utica, 5 Torosaurus near Killington Ski Resort. That's an unfortunate name.
Very specific one. The slope closures, they've closed the slopes though.
Yeah, they should, probably, yeah. Some Parasaurolophuses, Sinoceratops, Deinonychus, 2 Baryonyx, and 3 Diplodocus near Fargo. They managed to get quite far, I feel.
They were quicker than they... I was going to be like, oh yeah, they're probably fast movers. And then I remembered the size of a Diplodocus and how fast it probably moves. And it's a long journey.
So what are you thinking? I want to hear what chat is thinking. Where should we grab some dinosaurs?
I hope chat is hopefully going to avoid ones that, like the Brachiosaur. You've only got one Brachiosaur, so if it has a comfort requirement where it might have a minimum, like just make sure you've got enough space, or you're ready to deal with anything if that goes wrong. They don't. If you've not been given enough of the right capture event.
If I remember correctly, the Brachiosaurus needs a lot of space and they need a lot of trees. Miriam on YouTube just says get all of them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get all of them, but I think let's go for these baryonyxes. So in my first playthrough when I did this, I mostly went for herbivores, but I'm going to try to challenge myself and go for some more carnivorous types.
Well, carnivores might have a higher asset rating as well. So
yeah.
But if you look at your park rating, so in the management screens, it gives you a breakdown of, so in facility details,
here we go.
It gives you that breakdown of the kind of dinosaurs that you have to. So you have to 3,000. You've got 5 dinosaurs visible, but in your species target, so you really sort of about getting different high value dinosaurs and different variety of dinosaurs is really good for your ratings.
Mm-hmm. So let's just add some more fence to this one here, I think. Now, we met one baryonyx in the first level of the campaign, and if I remember correctly, it needed sand and some rock, and it needed
rock.
Fish. That's what it needs.
Yes.
So let's just make sure that it has everything it needs. So water, a nice piscivore feeder smack in the middle, and let's get some of this rocky texture going. And I've got to say, I really like this environment. Just sort of, you can just paint it on, and then it looks good.
It's very powerful as to how simple something is and how quick it is to just put down those materials and those rocks in those environments. Make sure your dinosaurs are happy. Mm-hmm. Changing you can rotate the rocks in multiple axes. So if you have something that you think might look better the other way, then you can rotate it around. Yeah,
and I love that once you place one rock, then the next one will be rotated slightly differently, so you can make sort of like rock outcropping, like nothing, it doesn't look all the same when you're trying to place them down.
There's definitely some of the things in here that we've added because of a term that we call lazy rich. Lazy rich who's not an artist. So because I'm not autistic, things like that I found are really useful for allowing me, who's
not
lazy,
right.
lazy and not autistic, who very quickly wants to make something that looks good. And I had a feeling that a lot of people might find that very useful as well. So we had those extra features and little details just to make it as quick as easy for people to make something as pretty as possible. But obviously those that are really talented and want to spend that time also can use those tools to make something even better. You didn't get one of the baryonyxes?
Hey, don't blame me. I'm just the manager. I just tell them to go, and they report back saying, yeah, we got one. The second one kind of got away from us, which, I don't know, rip to the people in where was it? Louisiana.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm also going to head over to my science center and see if I can find an upgrade that lets me have an additional park ranger team. Oh, that's a bit far in advance, it seems. No worries. No worries. Yeah, that's all the way up there. But I want to upgrade their scanners. So let's get this one in, cheaper research, and then our generalist to cut down on some of the time it takes. And then R again, get our ranger team on, get them assigned to this post. And here's our baryonyx, looking lovely as always. Hello to everyone just joining us. If you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Jens. I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, joined by, there we go, game director Rich Newbold,
Big hand.
Game director on Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is the game that we are playing right now. We are in the middle of the campaign on the 3rd level, Pennsylvania, where we are trying to build out a facility here where we can house and contain some of these dinosaurs. That's good. Let's get this path going all the way down here. Now, there's our ranger team. I think I'm gonna, and then I've just had them, so I switched up when they do what task. but it looks like this, I'm just going to send them manually over here to check this, because if you assign them a thing, they will go do that immediately and then return to their what's it called? Their task list, as it were.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah. Their patrol, their route.
Yes.
You know, choose your own synonym.
And just to be safe, I'm just going to put down this emergency shelter, just to be on the safe side in case something happens, because you never know.
If you get escaped dinosaur, if there's a storm coming in, you want to get those shelters open, get all your guests or operatives in. Otherwise, it'll affect things like your facility or your park ratings. So,
very, very important in case there is a calamity, and who knows, there might be. So, this baryonyx might be doing okay. We'll see. We're waiting for... there we go. It needs a bit more forest. Well, that's easily handled. Just add in a bit of forest. There we go. Perfect.
Job done.
Job done. Bob's your uncle. Do people still say that in the UK, or is that just... is that a...
Yeah, they do. I love that you're like... Did I learn this common phrase the right decade? Do I still use this? Yeah, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, I need to know, you know?
I don't use awkwardly making 90s references. Like, oh.
I mean, for all I know, it could have been a thing that, for some reason, Britons just stopped saying.
She's like, do you guys say off the chain anymore? It's like, no, Yen, this is the 90s.
So, I know that these ankylosauruses can hang out. Well, they can be okay in an enclosure with a lot of other dinosaurs. So maybe we should see if we can get some other dinosaurs in here as well to sort of live among them.
It's a good idea. You've prepared yourself before you decide what you get in. Yeah. I learn by mistakes, and I would go, cool, I'm going to bring in a steg. I always mix the stegosaurids in with the ankylosaurs and go, yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you prepped, you ready.
Okay, so Parasaurolophus, Brachio, Chasmosaurus. Which one? That's that one?
Yeah, it's a ceratopsid.
Yes, I love that we have this
That's
little...
the Toro.
Yeah. All right, let me just double check again to be safe. Yeah, ceratopsids.
Yeah, you're good.
So let's get some of these ceratopsid then, and then, if need be, we will make some changes to. We'll make some changes if we have to. So she's going to be disgruntled when I send her on this task, but I'm just going to send her anyway because let's see what happens.
You've forced it, but there are some times where you might not have a staff center, or you might not have the money to rest people, so you run the risk of them becoming disgruntled, and then your sabotage meter will go up, and there's a chance of possible sabotage in your park.
So, yeah, the reason that I added this extra bit of fence here is if we need to expand on this due to the Taurosauruses coming in, then I can just rip down this fence, and then they will just go.
Just knock the wall down. Knock the wall down.
Yeah.
Now we've got an extension.
It's not exactly East and West Berlin, but they've got a wall. They've got a fence at least. So yeah, the Ankylosauruses are doing quite well, and I just look at this. Just look at this. It's beautiful. Like, it is so incredibly gorgeous. I really love the look of all the dinosaurs in this game, and like the animations, the way they move, the way they plates sort of like move and interlock with each other. It's amazing.
Yeah, the team have done a great job, especially with the ankylosaurs. Obviously, they're trying to make it so that the individual rows of plates move. They look like they're moving in independent ways as well, like they would in a real ankylosaur, he says.
Yeah, because you've seen one, right?
Yeah.
In real life.
Just YouTube, job done.
Yeah,
that's how we do everything.
Yeah, or just go to your local dinosaur park.
But they've done, the animation team do a great job finding as much research as possible on how a dinosaur like this would move in real life. So armadillos for something like the ankylosaurs would be a great reference because of the very similar kind of play system on its back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, staff disgruntled. So let's give Poppy a bit of rest, and then she'll be happy. Hopefully.
With the amount of the $75,000 that she pays to rest her, then she'll be quite happy indeed.
I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, they are highly skilled scientists.
They are, and also we have an economy system, and we have to try and balance things out. So there is a cost for these things, and sometimes some of the values come out quite funny, such as you paying $75,000 to rest a member of staff. But when you've got £5.5 million in your to hand, that's why sometimes there are some of those values that might feel a bit incredulous, but that's because of a realistic value would be pittance. There won't be a cost then for you not having her. So it's one of the benefits. One of the fun challenges of designing park management games is trying to get those economy values feeling right as you're playing the game.
Mm-hmm. And since I'm earning about $300,000 per minute, I think I'm doing pretty. I can give Poppy Newland a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
So let's see.
She's making dinosaurs.
Yeah. Let's. All right. So we've got our ranger team over there. Hopefully these Taurosauruses will be fine while we wait for our ranger team to get going. All right. Let's see. We need some. Response facility needs a bit of fuel. Let's just quickly give them a quick resupply so we don't have to worry too much about that. So yeah, they're losing a bit of health. So I'm guessing that they're gonna need some actual proper food, but I'm gonna still have to wait for my ranger team. So let's speed up time just a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, they're still, as long as they're not in the red, they should be fine, right?
Yes, they'll be fine. And it's on its way now.
All right, we got our rangers coming in, speeding in thanks to the sped up time. Let's see how this goes.
There you go. One of the.
Careful.
It's just.
Yeah, the ranger.
Go around. So it's like, just go around. Just go. It's trying to use its tail to point.
Yeah, exactly. Just go that way. Just trying to like that. Yeah, undiagnosed ailment and missing a bit of forest. So, there's a lot of. All right, so T was my veterinary facility. So let's scan, and scan. I think I'm also gonna
scan everything.
Scan everything. Just do it all. More. I think I'm also going to assign this capture team to this ranger post, just in case there's some angry dinosaurs who want to attack our poor rangers here.
Jens, I think you've accidentally assigned that capture team to tranquilize that ankylosaur, not on the post.
Whoops. Yep, totally did. Stop that, please. There we go. Thank you for noticing, Rich.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to pause the game for a little bit while I get some of these fences built. So hopefully this will just give me a bit of extra forest. And then I click delete here, and here. And then hopefully my Taurosauruses will be doing just fine. All right. Heal, and heal. What is wrong with you? Common cold. Common cold, which is unfortunate.
We all get the common cold.
But we all get the common cold.
Even the Taurosauruses.
Yes.
No protection from the common cold.
Unfortunately, you just have to ride it out.
Lemsips and breast.
I'm not sure if they make dinosaur lemsip, but just give them a bit of lemon. They'll be fine.
Yeah, fine. Suck on their stomach.
Yeah.
So that ankylosaur must have been kicking off against that capture team, the ranger team, because your capture team's been like, I'm just going to put it to sleep. Just going to protect the ranger team. Just going to put you to sleep for a minute.
It's a good thing to keep in mind that you can do in case some of your dinosaurs are a bit antsy.
Yeah, you probably don't need it with the herbivores, but definitely some of the more aggressive ones, because there's, if your ranger team does get destroyed, you're gonna have to buy a new one, and you might, on some of the trickier challenge levels, money becomes more of
A challenge?
limited resource. I don't want to keep saying the word challenge. It was there, and I was like, I don't want to repeat myself. Yes, it's a limited resource, so definitely one they have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, our poor Taurosauruses. Not doing too hot, but we're going to keep healing them, keep scanning them, making sure that they are
all good and well.
All good and well, or at least as good and well as they can. No sources of common cold remain in the park. Just have to ride it out.
Get some more dinosaurs in here. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
working on it. They just need to expand their territory for a little bit, I think. Yeah, see? They just need to just push on out. Push on out. Come on, you can do it. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Haha. All right. Few more. So I know that, I think you mentioned it previously, that the carnivores have a greater rating than the because it's a science limit, right? They have a greater rating than the herbivores. Am I correct?
Yes, in general they're seen as more high value than a herbivore. The herbivores are great. It's just carnivores are scarier, so they're generally feeling that they're going to be high asset rated.
Okay, so we've got a couple of there's a couple of herbivores that we can bring in. So I think we're going to do that, and then we're starting to come up at the end of our hour here. So I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know. Time flies. So, remind me. Ceratopsians don't like other ceratopsians, correct?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I know ankylosaurs don't get on with the other ankylosaurs. I can't remember if also the ceratopsids like to mix. There's lots of different combinations, Jens, and you put me on the spot.
I know. I'm sorry. Let's get these Parasaurolophuses for our park, our facility.
It would make sense that the ceratopsids can get on with each other, though, I think.
I'm going to double check, actually. Like, I have a very... There we go. Dislikes other ceratopsids. Yep. So should keep them away from each other. But they're with their ankylosauruses, so they're getting a bit of a...
Yeah. Get to use the same space twice.
The cohabitation doesn't go up. If it's something that they're neutral to, then the cohabitation bar here will tick up just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a representation of kind of bad cohabitation. You have 0%, which is a good thing.
Yes.
As it were.
Neutral can sometimes be good.
Yeah.
And in this case, it totally is. All right, so let's get this ready for our Parasaurolophuses. And then, once they're nice and comfortable, I think we can bring our stream to a close.
You've run out of power, Jens.
I know. I'm getting to it.
This is why I use power stations, because then my backup generators are there for emergencies and they're not.
No, I'm doing good. Like, everything is... I think I'm good. This is full. Yeah, power usage, 21/30. It's fine.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Fine. It's fine.
It's pretty good.
But yes, normally I would suggest to everyone to... she needs to... Well, first I'm going to train her and give her... let's go with logistics. Then you can rest. So normally I would tell people to research power stations as quickly as you can, because medium power stations will be able to give your park and your facility a lot more power than a backup generator would, because it's in the name, backup generator. But in this particular case, we're going to have to be relying mostly on backup generators. But nothing wrong with that if they have enough fuel, and like we've got money. We have money to burn, I think. We've got almost $7 million here.
Hey, you've done a good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Nothing's really gone wrong.
I feel like, John Hammond called me, just put me in charge. No, he's dead at this point, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You've got Cabot. Cabot's on the blower.
Oh, looks like we got a storm warning. What a way to end the stream, right? We've got 5 dinosaurs coming in and a storm warning. All right, let's get these Parasaurolophuses transported. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get them some water. Oh, come on. There we go. They can drink from. Now, since there's a storm coming, let's open up
all the shelters.
all the shelters so people can get to safety. And I will have my ranger team on standby just in case something happens. And something probably will happen. All right. So I'm also going to assign our rangers to... Oh, no, it's...
It's fine.
No!
It's going to be fine.
I mean, it's probably going to be fine. All right, we've got a broken fence. And some more broken fences. We've got a dinosaur threat. So I need to be, let's see, let's go back. Ranger post. So I'm going to start canceling some of these patrol tasks here so I can put some repair tasks in. Now just go into that tornado and you'll be fine. And let's check my map.
Just go into that tornado. You'll be fine.
Yeah. And this says that it's a bit of a danger, so I'm just going to tranquilize it very quickly. Also going to tranquilize these carnivores.
Preemptive.
Preemptive, yeah. Just in case. And looks like this was a fairly quick tornado, but it's been able to do a bit of damage, but we should be... Yep, that's it. We should be fine, and we were fine.
You're fine. So you're nearly at 3,000, so I think once you've got your everything repaired, you should be in a good place to get a few more dinosaurs in.
Yeah, I should. So, let's, all right, R, add task. Let's just have, like that, there, and there.
I think if you get any more
wonderful
species gens, you might have to, because you've only got one ranger team, either putting down another response facility or putting a post that covers multiple enclosures and then adding some gates between them, and then that ranger team visiting one post will cover multiple enclosures because the radius is will hopefully cover more dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's definitely some
optimization
that I can do here. I can sort of put this in the middle here, for example.
Yeah.
That should hopefully cover most of my dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And then I can take this ranger post and just sort of remove it, really. I think same thing over here as well, because like this will definitely cover most of these too.
As long as if you're covering the water bodies, because your dinosaurs are always going to be near the water bodies.
Yes.
You just deleted the piscivorm feeder.
I did. I'm not going to do that. There we go. A bit too quick on the draw a couple times, but otherwise, I'm a good park manager. Is what I'm
you are, definitely.
Thank you very much.
There's not much you can do about that tornado. So, yeah.
No, I mean, tornado. Acts of God, as they're called, can't really be handled that well. And this poor Parasaurolophus, I'm just gonna pick this up and wake it up. Otherwise, it's gonna be sleeping for quite a while. So yeah, we've got our rangers coming in here. I'm just gonna do a quick status check on our Parasaurolophuses. They're doing well in terms of health, at least. So they just need a bit of ground nut, and they should be good to go. All right, fruits and nuts. There we go. They've got water. They've got plenty of open space. Happy Parasaurolophuses, and they're very social as well. So it's good that they have other dinosaurs around them. And I think, that about puts us at an hour or so. Oh, this poor Allosaurus is also going to be moved. Please wake up. That puts us at about an hour. So I think we're going to call it there. And I'm just going to let this run a bit in the background while I'm switching over to this view again. And yeah, so we are going to be closing down the stream very, very soon. As Heather has pointed out in chat, we've got an amazing giveaway going over on Gleam, where you can win some truly incredible prizes. You can win a custom-made Xbox Series X. You can win an incredible gaming chair from Noble Chairs. You can win a headset from HyperX, and some really amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 merch, which includes a hoodie. This hoodie, not this specific hoodie. This is mine, but a hoodie that looks just like this that you can own for yourself, amongst a bunch of other stuff, like a notebook. There's a water bottle. There's some mugs in there as well. So yeah, check out the link that Heather posted in chat. It's also going to be up on our social channels, I believe, right now. And there's some truly great prizes. But yeah, that about wraps it up for us. Rich, thank you so much for joining me on the stream.
Anytime.
It is always lovely to have you with me. And, you know, I love all the insights that you can bring into these streams when talking about the game and talking about the development and all that stuff. I really love that stuff.
It's been my focus for a long time now, these Jurassic World Evolution games. So always a pleasure to be here and to help.
And of course, thank you to everyone in chat for joining us. It has been great reading all your comments and all your discussions. And thank you also to Heather G for modding, both over on Twitch and on YouTube. We'd really appreciate both you and the entire rest of the mod team. And yeah, we're going to be back in about a week's time to continue our playthrough of the campaign. But until then, this is us signing off. Bye-bye.